Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grill, and I'll tell you what, it's a glorious, glorious day today.
It's a glorious Malone day today.
It is a glorious Malone day.
Malone fine sausage. We're going to be doing some great pork delicacies. Our good friend Daphne took over the company for her mother, who started it in the 1960s, the late 60s, in just about a few miles from here. We're in West Allis, downtown Milwaukee, MaloneFineSausage.com, MaloneFineSausage.com. Beautiful pork delicacies and pâtés, and we'll be showing you how to use those. That's our protein for the day. This is an all-natural show because pork delicacies are all natural, no extra preservatives or additives. It's just pure pork and spices and herbs, and that's what we're doing here today.
And it is absolutely delicious.
Stuff it.
Oh, I'm going to tell you how to stuff it
Merrill.
today. I'm going to use a little bit of Glorious Malone's peppercorn pâté that I'm using right here. And all I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of your very eyes, I'm going to take a knife. And I'm going to slice this baby right in half.
Don't cut your finger like you did last Christmas.
And then we're going to go ahead and cut around. And I'm going to stuff this. You know, I love stuffed tomatoes.
I do too.
So many different ways that you can do this. A lot of times I even like using breadcrumbs on these babies. And then go ahead, a little oil, place them on the grill. But on today, we're going to stuff it with Glorious Malone's peppercorn there. Whoops, they got a little trouble there. All right. What I'm going to do is I got the peppercorn, I got some cheese, a little bit of olives, and some onion.
Going to be good.
I'm going to mix that all up together, yeah. And you're just going to, as I told Mad Dog many a times, just to stuff it.
Yep.
And you want to stuff it up really good.
You know, I found out with tomatoes when you stuff them and you cook them, there's a fine point when they're nice and crisp and firm yet, and you should take them off the grill.
Yes, you got to be careful.
And then there's another fine point when they get overly done, but they're good both ways.
That's right, that's right. Be nice to get them crispy. You know what? If you don't, you know, it's grilling. What the heck? A little bit of pesto, and I'm not going to use very much of this, all right? Just got a little bit of basil in it, which, you know.
I love
tomato
that
and
flavor.
basils, Tomato and basils go good together.
It's like a bruschetta.
Yo, man, now you got me hungry for that,
Peppercorn
too.
pâté bruschetta.
And then top this with a little bit of Grandma Hazel. Place it on the grill, sir. So we're all set.
So if you lift the hood up.
Yes, sir.
Over here on the MHP and stand back just a tad bit.
I got her.
I'll put these on the grill, and we're going to cook those indirect for about 15 minutes or so.
Around 15 minutes. You want to get them still like a little bit firm if you can. If you overcook them, you overcook them.
And I'll grab those off the grill.
Right.
We've got some on our Phoenix grill over here. The Phoenix grill is a great one to do the tomatoes on, and also our jalapeno poppers, which we're going to show next. But here those are, and those are done just right. And you serve those up to some guests. Now that has the protein right in it, so that's a nice little hors d'oeuvre. Or you can serve it up. Let me get that little skin off there.
You got her,
off
It's going to slide, baby.
And now next, those are nice little hors d'oeuvres, little appetizers. Another great little appetizer is jalapeno poppers. We've done poppers before, and they're delicious to do. A nice fresh jalapeno. When I think of the Wisconsin State Fair, I think of freshness, I think of the harvest, I think of all the great buildings with all the great animals in there, and also all the wonderful vegetables that were fresh to harvest.
Sir.
So Wisconsin State Fair is a great place to be. We are doing pork delicacies. In fact, we have the Wisconsin Pork Association right behind us here. They cook up pork sandwiches, so it's kind of fitting that we have Glorious Malone with us today, and we have her pork delicacies, her pâtés. So we're going to take a nice fresh jalapeno, and I slice off one of the sides, and a couple quick little incisions, because we are doctors of grillology.
Oh, yes.
And we pop the seeds out. Now, if the in-laws are coming over, leave some of the seeds in there. They love them.
Oh, yeah, they do. I give them to mine all the time.
Otherwise, you just tap it on the countertop. Just like with Merrill, instead of doing the pâté, I did the pork delicacies, the nice head cheese, as it were, and I diced that up, and I'm going to put that in the center, and we're going to add some great grated cheese to that, some onions and some olives, and I'm just going to mix that all up. And we're going to add that right inside our little jalapeno poppers. And that's our protein, that's our little stuffing. There's so many different ways to do jalapeno poppers. So we're going to place those on the grill. And I like to blister the little bottoms. Now for you folks that don't love hot peppers, leave it over to the side where there is no heat and slow cook them for about 30 minutes or so. And I'll show you some nice well done ones. The longer you cook that hot pepper, the less intense the heat. For you folks on the loving hot peppers, put it directly on the grates of the grill like Merrill's tomatoes over here. I'll put it over the side where there is heat, and we'll put those peppers over there, and it's 2 to 5 minutes. Just long enough to blister little bottoms. Just long enough to blister little bottoms, and they come out wonderful. And let's show those little jalapeno poppers now. So these have been on our Phoenix grill. The nice thing about the Phoenix grill is we have a double burner going action, but there's a metal plate in there so that the heat hits the bottom, diverts around, so we always have a form of indirect cooking, but we can fire up both burners and really sear some good action going.
It is nice. It does a good job on that, too.
It really does.
Even if you're doing your chicken, oh, fantastic. All right, good job there, sir. I like that.
So we'll show these. These are glorious Malones. And we are having a glorious day at the Wisconsin State Fair. Wisconsin, WIStatefair.com. We'll be right back with more Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling right after this, folks.
You got it.
Gonna be a good time.
It is going to be good.